Hey guys, this is Josh from Guitars United. I'm here with Marcel from Antelope Audio. I want to talk about some new products they have for this year and their awesome interfaces as well. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Josh. We're showing, of course, our Orion 32 along with our new MP32 mic pre. What we call the Antelope ecosystem. That also includes the Satori, which is an 8 stereo input, 4 speaker output monitor controller, along with our brand new remote control for the Satori, and an 8-channel mic pre with AD conversion built in as well, the MP8D. But for your audience, I definitely want to focus on the Zen Studio because it's an excellent sounding mobile product. It can also fit into a rack, but it's got built-in DSP, which we were checking out the reverb earlier.
Oh yeah, it sounded awesome.
So it's got a built-in hardware reverb that's going to be released the next couple weeks.
Very cool.
It's actually going to have 4 of them running on the DSP built into the unit. So you can use those when you're tracking or playing live, or actually from a DAW software as an insert you can run out and back in and use a hardware reverb that comes with the unit. So that sells for $22.95. It also has great DIs on the front. These are competitive with hardware DIs, and you get 4 of them. So you're going to get a great sound right away, and it doesn't it clips very friendly, so if you hit it really hot, you're still going to get a great recorded signal.
You don't get that nasty digital distortion.
Right. It's not going to crumble. So we have overload protection, or what we call overload protection on all of our mic pre's, DI inputs, and our converters. So it clips really naturally, and it doesn't sound like anything's going. It's not limiting. It's just handling those overs very elegantly. So it's a very professional device, and it's easy to get a good sound.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were talking a little bit about how this is running off USB and all the advantages you have with USB that I wasn't even aware of.
There's a ton of advantages. First of all, it's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. It's on PCs. It's on Macs. You get a camera connection kit. You can record into an iPad. So there's a lot of advantages. And also the MacBook Pros on Thunderbolt interfaces do run really hot. So while it's faster, because they run so hot, the fan noise gets louder, and you don't want fan noise when you're recording.
You can't get rid of that once it's there, yeah.
Yeah, so no, there's a lot of advantages. Plus, we broke the bottleneck for USB for bandwidth. And all of these channels, even our 32 channel, can run at the highest sample rates that we have, 192, in and out, with no problems over USB.
Wow.
So it really works well for our technology.
Yeah, they're very impressive. And we were talking about, you guys started off with digital conversion and kind of really breaking ground with that. You said you passed it along onto the new unit with the Zen Studio. It's the same as the Orion you're talking about.
We started with master clocking devices 10 years ago, and we were kind of born out of the ashes from Aardvark Audio, which was a previous clocking and converter company. And for the first 5 years, we only really made clocking products. Then we started making converters. We started with 2-channel converters. We really wanted to get the sound right. And then 3 years ago, we introduced the Orion 32-channel converter that broke new ground, putting 32 channels in a one-space rack. And last year, we introduced the Zen Studio, which took that same converter technology and then added the mic pre's and the monitor controller, headphone out, built-in DSP, headphone mixes, and lots of I/O and connectivity.
Yeah, it's what I love about it. A lot of interfaces in this price range, they have most of the outputs on the back, which is great when you're running out to a Snake or you have another rack system. But I mean, if you're just going to plug it straight in front, you're not limited to just like a couple, interfaces right up. It looks like you have some interfaces over here, or inputs, but you have the 4 up on front, which is awesome, as opposed to 8 on back as well.
Well,
so you have a lot of different options.
And a lot of our products really are packed when it comes to I/O.
Oh yeah.
And there's 2 things that we have, 2 advantages we have to design that way. We have an advanced circuit board technology that we use to build these devices. So because we're an innovation company, we can fit a lot more in a lot smaller space and have a lot less heat consumption at the same time. So that's some of the advantages to being an innovation company.
Oh, you guys are definitely breaking a lot of ground with this. A beautiful unit here. The response on these LEDs is great. Everything on this thing looks sweet. You're talking about the plugins, the reverb plugins you guys are coming out with. That's really cool. That's a new thing that you guys are doing as well.
We are migrating into doing DSP as well. We have EQ and compression that comes built in with the Zen Studio already, and of course those reverbs I played for you, that cool sounding reverb. We've been getting rave comments from people the entire show.
Yeah, they sounded really awesome. And it's a really cool interface too. It's very simple. You don't have a whole bunch of parameters you have to worry about. If you want to dial in something pretty quick, it looks like you can just kind of jump in here and find something you want.
I have not heard a single setting on here. You can do anything with the parameters. You can shorten it, lengthen it, bring up your early reflections, your late reflections, and you've also got a pre-delay that you can play with. But really, any parameter you pull up, it's going to sound good no matter what.
Yeah.
So the sweet spot is any setting you have.
Setting, really. Yeah, I was impressed by it. Even in this loud atmosphere, I could still hear the quality of that reverb.
It's a very musical reverb. I mean, we spent over 1.5 years designing this reverb. So it really, a lot of technology and mathematics went into designing the algorithm and then implementing the math in that algorithm and getting the mix right and the dry-wet signal right. So it's not an accident that it sounds good.
Yeah. No, I'm really impressed with the reverbs as well. I wasn't even expecting that. I was just looking at the interface and I heard great things about y'all's products. So
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Josh.
I appreciate the interview and letting us check this stuff out and look forward to using it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.